Hi, good morning. I'm just making another video to apologize to anyone who might have taken offense yesterday with my other video. It wasn't aimed at anyone. I wasn't trying to bring anyone down with it. If I'm walking around saying I don't allow toxic energy in my life, it's because I've got enough toxic energy of my own that I have to deal with. If I'm saying I can't be around toxic people, it's because their energy affects me. You can say energy, you can say influence. If someone is constantly doing something bad near you, like smoking, and you're trying to quit smoking, you kind of want a cigarette so bad. I've got vices. I've got my own vices I have to deal with, and I've got my own issues I have to deal with. I'm not here to say I'm perfect and point a finger at anyone else. That's part of the Ascension process. You come to realize you can't judge. You can't judge the world because you are imperfect in yourself. And there's no one that's perfect. There's no one. Anyone that professes to be perfect, anyone that says, I am all, has to realize they're also nothing. They have just as many temptations and downfalls as the rest of us. It's hard to make people see their toxicity. It really is. It's hard for you and yourself to even look at yourself and see your toxicity and your shortcomings in life where you could have done so much better. Because every time you make a choice, it changes your future. Every choice you make. So here we are. I'm confessing. I'm not perfect. I'm addicted to cigarettes. I'm addicted to caffeine. They're my vices. I've been straight edge. I have been off everything and lived off clean food and water. And you get to a really good state of mind in doing that. But it's also upsetting because you look at the world and you can see how everyone and everything could be made so much better, to function so much better. And they say if you want to change the world, change yourself. So that's what everyone needs to work on first, is themselves. And I'm working on myself. I really am. I have to give myself a pat on the back when I accomplish things. I've got a constant feeling of not having lived up to what I could have done and what I could be. And I've got guilt. I've got so much guilt. And that's how they control us. Fear and guilt and not feeling fine in yourself and the choices you've made, and second guessing yourself all the time, and then taking advice from someone else over your own intuition. You have to learn to listen to your own intuition. You know what's best for you. Yes, the world will affect us. The world will drive us crazy. The world will drag us down or lift us up, depending on what you see in it and what you do with it. So all I can say is make a change. Work on yourself. I'm working on myself. I have this move that I just did. Myself and 4 children. I moved interstate. I moved myself. I had little bits of help unloading trailers and stuff like that. I drove my car, 4 kids and a trailer full of stuff for a huge drive. I went back, got the rest of my stuff, another trailer load full of stuff, my dog and 4 kids, car and trailer, and drove. It took 22 hours of driving to get one way. It shouldn't take that long. It just takes that long with that many people. It's huge. In talking to people when I moved here, I had so many people go, wow, how could you do that? And I never really thought of it, but I am proud of it. I'm proud of making a change. It was a big change. Now I've got little changes I got to make. I will be quitting smoking because literally my money I saved has run out, and I can send us backwards and keep smoking, or I can try and keep moving forward. And frankly, I'm much better without coffee and cigarettes. My body gets so out of whack. I have a coffee. I'm actually really quite sensitive to it. I have a coffee and it keeps me up all day. It keeps me up too late in the night as well. Even this morning coffee will affect my sleep later. So I don't sleep as well. I sleep lightly. I wake up tired. I need another coffee. And it's not just because I'm tired. My body is actually addicted to it. I get headaches when I don't have a coffee. So that's got to tell you it's doing something serious to your system. As for cigarettes, they are so numbing. They really are. They're great for stress, but not at all good for health or mental health. They really aren't. Because even if you lose your shit without these vices, it's shit you've got to deal with. It's your triggers that you've got to go through. I'm talking to myself here too. You know that these things that make you angry or sad or happy or whatever, they're emotions you need to deal with, you need to go through to get back on track and find yourself and your inner self and your higher self. That's what you want to connect with to keep moving forward, to grow, to create, to learn in this life, to have lived the best life you can. It's your higher self. Because if you're constantly connecting to your lower self and giving in to all your addictions without a second thought, giving in to all those wants and desires, you haven't moved forward. You're either stuck or you're moving backwards, and you're often dragging other people with you. Make a change. Make it permanent. Just don't go back to those old ways. Keep moving forward.